Hello, everyone. I'm Shea Filling, and you're watching Live with Shea. We have a special guest today. We have Andry Palacio. Welcome.
Hi, thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
I think the last time I saw you, well, actually, I saw you at Swim Week, Miami, rocking the runway. But when we officially met, I believe it was like 2021 ish in Miami, and you were hosting Miss Teen Universe. And you stood out to me. You were so nice to me, and after that, I kept an eye on you on social media, and I just love what you're putting out there, and I just wanted to really dive into it, like your story more that people really don't hear about. You're this powerful woman. You have so much on your plate, but really, who is Andry? Who is the real Andry that we don't really hear too much about aside of everything like in your career, but what do you want people to know about?
Well, thank you. That's amazing. I just remember we met years ago working very hard. And yeah, what we showcase on social media is probably 10% of what we are as a person. Actually, when we met, I was being a partner at Missing Universe, being the host, being all this behind the scene. And it looks, everything is beautiful and amazing, but behind that is just a person to just want to make the dreams come true. I was trying to make my career, like trying to be more than just another immigrant that just been here and the time just passed. I never that had anything with the life. So I consider myself just a dreamer that just trying to accomplish every goal that I have. And through life and my personal life and my career, I've been facing a lot of challenging with my immigration status, with the language, with how to learn to be a businesswoman, and also put that aside when you do what you love. Like in all this industry, as a host, as a model, it's very hard to put your name out there next to respect and also uh, get paid for it. Because when you do things just because I love to, you forget a little bit the reality, which is give yourself some respect, put a time or price on your presence, no, be everywhere. So that's something that I have been working on for so long, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing right now to try to give some guidance to other young women out there.
I i really respect that, and I think a lot of people aren't talking about that as much. Everybody focuses on all the success and all these opportunities, but they don't talk about like how hard it is to from the beginning, just to get all these things. And I can understand where you're coming from because, well, you've done it all. I mean, you model, you're a life mentor, personal growth coach, you do public speaking training, you're a host, author. I mean, the list goes on. You do everything. Um, Now, going back to the beginning, I just want to clarify: you are from Venezuela originally,
Yes.
and can you tell
Of
me
course.
that I don't? I mean, you don't have to go into super, depth about it, but can you take us back to growing up there, how you got to Georgia, and just that whole transformation, that whole journey in itself for people?
Sure, of course. Well, I've been in the United States for 10 years. I'm from Latin America, South America, Venezuela. And it wasn't the plan to move to the United States. It just my country went through a very hard time, and they're still on that. And I have to say bye to everything that I know already. I was planning to be a lawyer my whole life, probably be a teacher of a law school. And I moved to this country when I was 20 years old. Obviously, right here, whatever I knew as a professional, I had to say bye to it. Put all the dreams in a locker and trying to figure it out. And that's why I discovered. I mean, I did all these normal jobs or like that you have to do when you just got here without the language, without help, without a family. I was a server. I was cleaning hotels. I did everything that you can imagine, um, just to make a living. And that journey, I experienced what it was my passion since I was little, which is modeling, acting, and all that. And I got the opportunity to try as my work. I make a living of that, and obviously for necessity, but I have the opportunity to experience, and I find a way to also live from that. In pandemic, I literally lived 2 3 years as living as a model, actor, commercial, uh, pageant coach, and everything that you can do in this beautiful industry. But it was very hard being English my second language when I was acting in front of the camera. It was very hard to make a filters. And this industry is hard, and being a single woman, young, and it's a lot of people that you can see out there. And back to where you were mentioned, I have done it all, and that's many things, and that's why I've been learning. I learn with time that you cannot do everything at the same time. Everything that
Yeah.
you do has to make sense. You cannot be model, actor, and also be the best at your regular business. Like I have to choose, and I have to pick where put my time in. But obviously, I learned that with the time.
Now, I want to, yeah, because I don't know that part. I really there's nothing out there about early on in your life, so I was like really interested in that because obviously I study successful people and how they got
Mm-hmm.
from where they, from their challenge to their success and what is it that all these people have like, and you did what you had to do, and now you seem to be in a position where you look happy. You're doing a lot that many people would, they watch you and they're like, wow, how is she doing all this stuff? It's amazing. Now, tell me about your law background. Like, what made you want to be a lawyer?
I'm the car. Say it again. I'm sorry.
What made you want to be a lawyer?
Honestly, I was just young, and I chose wherever it was close to my house. What university was there? I
So
was
your
I was only 15 years old. I didn't know where I'm gonna go to for the rest of my life, and a college that I got into with my rates that was close to my mom and my dad. That's all. But when I went to college, I fell in love with law. I had the vocation to serve other people more than make money or whatever. I just want to help others, and with law, I found that. Being a lawyer, you can get somebody out of jail. You can help a family. You can help somebody. Which I was doing that before I moved here. I was doing labor law. I don't know if that called that way right here, but you can help the workers to get the good rate to fight if they have some injustice at their job. So it was amazing to me to study something that I can impact somebody else's life in the positive way. That's what I love about to being a lawyer. More than this, whatever you can think about luxury or anything. That's what I love about law, and I love to read. I love to write. And in that career, you need to read a lot. You need to memorize a lot. And I love that. For me, it was easy. I actually finished the school in 4 years instead of 5 because I love to read. I love history, and it was amazing. It's a little different the law in my country than here, but the foundations are the same.
Got it. Now, uh, you know, you work in like events. Is there any like, well, actually, no, your event Nexa. How do you think that went? I mean, on social media, it looked awesome. I wish I could have physically been there.
Oh
How,
my God, wish you were with us. I wish you were with us.
I mean, it has to be a
Well,
lot of work putting these events together. Like, people don't realize how much hard work that goes into it. Months. It's not just. I can't like. Can you tell me like a little bit like what goes into it that people wouldn't?
yes, definitely. I was literally, I have a personal journey, and I feel all my projects, like the mentoring or Nexa, or the book that I wrote, is a result of the things that I have lived before. Nexa, for example, is to help people that just got here, as it was my case, without guidance, without a place to go and meet people. Like
Mhm.
I had the opportunity to meet you because
Yeah,
I was exposed in an amazing event, international pageant, because of what I do for a living.
yeah,
But there is a lot of people out there that have never had a chance to do that. They can never shake hands with somebody. They can never see somebody close to them to get inspired. They've been in this country, like probably a mile away from Cardi B in Atlanta, where I live. There is a lot of artists and a lot of successful people in any industry, but you never had the chance to be close to them. And you think just this little box is all your opportunities.
yep.
So I create this space to create the possibility of networking, to inspire people, and also people that are very successful. They can share their histories. because when I was here for my first 3 years that I was doing all these jobs that I was very unhappy, but it helped to my growth.
Hmm.
I was like, okay, where I can go, where I can find different people, where can I find these opportunities?
Yeah.
Because I came from a country, it was in very bad situation, but I had the opportunity to be with successful people, to business owners, to co-workers, classmates. But here, since I was doing different jobs, you don't have a classmates, you don't have contacts, you don't have any network.
Yeah.
So I was like, where do I go? And since I saw that, I had the idea to create Nexa, which is this is our 4 year of that event. And honestly, it's been a lot of work behind. The first year that I did was in 2022, and I was doing the Missing Universe in partnership with Ryan, and my event a month after. And I work on that like 3 4 months. I was doing social media marketing, giving the flyers person to person, speaking about. But since it's something new, it's hard to make people actually take the car and go there and show it and believe in your project. So my first event, I have a place for 200 people, and only 25 people got in. I wanted to cry, but my speakers believe in me. Some friends and people that I know came out. And it was a humble moment for me, which sometimes I feel we need it.
Yeah.
Since honestly, I was like, you know what, with my phone, you know what, I have this many followers. I already know in Atlanta, if I make a event, they're going to come. Of course they're going to come.
Hmm.
But hello, it was just not the case. That was for me a setback, like, okay, I still need to work hard on everything that I do.
Yeah.
Because yes, they know me, but they know me. They see me for my lifestyle. They see me for my job as a model, as a host. They don't see me as an event producer.
Yeah.
So I have to show the people, okay, here is the results. This is the idea,
Yeah.
and after that, they start believing on it. So it's been a long journey.
You're trying
Hmm.
to make people understand your vision, which is the hardest thing. But also,
Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, like that's a whole other. I mean, you're creating something in Atlanta. I mean, everybody's trying to go to Miami and New York, but it's like, why you just create something where you're at? Like there is no right or So I
That's exactly what I was thinking. But if you do it in the metropolis cities,
yeah.
people believe because they already know already. But here, since again, like starting something from the beginning, and there is no many of it. It's a advantage, but it is also a positive thing. Like, okay, I don't know where. I mean, it's not a party. It's not a concert. I don't want to go.
What is the like ultimate vision for your events? Like, what's the big goal?
My big goal with Nexa, obviously, is a business, of course,
Hmm.
which I think is my long term my retirement business. That's something that I can do without getting paid for. I'm passionate about, and I can put my time on it for a long time.
Hmm.
But pretty much is impact people's life. Like, if two business owners come out of my event and say, you know what, I met two clients, or a young guy or female go there and they say, I got inspired. I know I can be that person next year. That will be the ultimate goal. That will be the ultimate goal. If I got you there talking about your history, and somebody see you and I see it next year they change their life, that would be amazing. I just want to create that little hope that sometimes people forget in this country.
Where does that come from? That passion in you? I mean, you are.
I love to serve people, and it comes from my own experience, because I needed that inspiration, and I never found it. I have to find it in my own self. And I was like, okay, there is people out there that need to listen to this. They need to hear that. And I really love to have, like, I feel like my purpose in life is to impact people's life, like with a good morning text, with be kind to them, to introduce somebody. That make me happy. I just love to help people.
Now, you're human. But you're doing a lot of things. But like, what are you? How do you stay balanced? Are you spiritual? Do you pray a lot? Like, because everybody goes through times, and you've been through a lot. and you've stayed positive. You're very positive, and you always are putting out really good positive messages on social media and all that. But like, I'm sure you have your moments where like things are rough, and
For
you're trying
sure.
to like. So, but how do you keep that positive every single day like that? Like,
It's been one of the hardest things because when you face life and you have big challenge, obviously we have some days that you actually think, I really want to do all this.
yeah,
I really, what is like, I even have a friend like, you doing your band again? You like to be stressed. You're okay. You have a good job. You have a good business. Why are you doing all this? I was like, because I love to. I love to. I want to. I know I have what it takes. Like, why not? Like, I like to challenge myself a little bit more all the time. But obviously, with that comes those days that you get depressed, you get feel down. And what I do, I love to go outside with the nature. I run a lot, and I believe in God, 100%. When now and before, more before, when I was struggling the most, the only thing that get me through everything it was belief in God and the hope. Some things, sometimes I was like hungry in my room by myself, and I just got, I know this is a test, I'm gonna be better. And now that I see like he helped me, I don't even remember when he did it. And so many times I was literally sitting down in the floor like God, and after he changed it. So now that I have experienced being the dark
yeah.
and came out of that, I believe even more because I know I'm gonna be okay. You have to go through it to believe it, but I really believe it because sometimes you think things are super impossible, and it looks like for us, the humans, it's impossible, but for God, He made the impossible possible.
Now,
That made me calm.
what is something that you haven't done yet that you want to do? Because you have a lot that you've accomplished, you've done, but what is the next thing on your list?
What and my next thing in my personal life, I'm probably gonna be a mom.
Oh,
Eventually, I think that will be a big challenge because, as we say, I feel like in life, everything have to make sense.
mm-hmm.
So if I'm gonna impact other people's, I also have to impact whoever I raise, and I try to be I would love to be an example for my kids and my family, my husband, my people that I work with. That is my everyday challenge. Like right now, I have a thing like for every day I work with 6 7 people,
Oh, wow.
and my husband's business, and yes, they see me out, they see me on social media and everything, but see me in personal life and how I manage the stress, how I stay down to earth. I feel that is my everyday challenge.
But how do you manage it though? For other women out there, in the same, like how do you manage it?
Listen, I have a huge temper, and I'm very strict with myself. Like I want things right. I want things on time. I want things that get. If we're doing something, we're gonna do it right.
Yeah,
And I just have to breathe. Sometimes I like, breathe. 1 2 3 4 5. It sounds so easy, but it's hard when you stress out.
yeah.
You forget to breathe. You forget to be thankful. What I've been doing is that just breathe when I'm mad or stressed. Instead of come out of people, I just go to the bathroom, take my time,
Yeah.
come back to the present, and a lot of times I just think I'm thankful that I'm going through this.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't have to look for a job anymore. I have a job that is challenging, yes,
Yeah.
but I have it. I'm here. I'm living this.
You focus.
I'm
You focus on the good. You don't focus on the lack of what I don't
Ex-
have.
exactly. I have to remind myself a lot, and for all the women that listen to this, that is a like huge life hack. Instead of, oh, why this happened to me? Why I don't have that? Yeah, but you have this, and this. And I promise you, you have always more things to be thankful for than being like sorry or sad about.
Focus
Always,
on
always.
gratitude. Gratitude.
Yes, make a list, positive and negative. And my next goal, it will be definitely be recognized in other industry as a speaker and as a mentor. That is something that I'm working the most right now with my mentoring, as with the personal growth. I just graduate in my certificate as a life coach,
Awesome.
and also oratory and public speaking. I've been doing that for 6 years. Obviously, mostly in Spanish, but I would love to go to both languages. And I would love to have the chance to, the same way that I've been doing as a model in other cities and everything. I would love to do it how you say that, in my new phase of my career.
Yeah.
No as a model, no as a host, as a mentor, as a public speaking. I would love to go to other cities, other countries, probably. So that will be my ultimate goal.
I'm trying to think what else now when you said like you did acting as well.
Yes.
Okay, can you? What did you do exactly? Because I was just curious because I.
Yeah. That actually is I love to talk about, because that's how all these social media presence start. uh, as I say, I always did modeling since I was younger. I like all this industry, but it wasn't my career. I was always like, I have to have a real job.
Yeah.
I have to have a real job, and that is a hobby. And but here in Atlanta, I had the chance to live off act and of my how I look, how all this industry and the entertainment industry. So modeling, I got introduced to a film producer here in Atlanta. And they're like, you know what? Your face is super commercial because you speak English. There's a lot of Latinas that they just don't try on this side of the world because the language barrier, or they just scared. You're super out there. You don't mind to try. Like, I would love to have you in my set. I was like, yes, of course. And I tried. And after I went, I was working as an extra. After I started working as an extra, I got main roles. Obviously, small lines, because I never got the opportunity to study acting, and it's a career that I respect a lot.
Yeah.
But I had the chance to get a coach and work with very nice people on set. I was extra on Netflix series called Ozark.
Okay.
I was extra in Fast and Furious here in Atlanta. And here in Atlanta, there is a lot of film productions here.
Yeah.
So I was on set for 2-3 weeks, meeting other actors, meeting a lot of people. And that's how I started creating content, showcasing my life. So even though I didn't continue my acting career, that opened that side of my life.
Worse. Yeah.
Because in every casting that I went, okay, let me see your social media. Do you have professional pictures? What do you do? Don't only show you and your friends on social media. Show what do you do. Show what you like. And back then it wasn't that big, all this personal brand. So thanks for me doing all these TikToks and Instagram. That's how I get to have a grow community here in Atlanta, and that opens more opportunities as a host and podcasts and interviews, invitations. So that take me to the other level. But it was so fun. I did a lot also music videos where I have a little lines. So it's also yeah, it was fun, but it was also challenging. A lot of people think it's same with the Miami Swing Week. A lot of people think it's just to go there and smile, but until you are yeah, until you are in the industry, exactly, it's as hard as being a manager of a restaurant, as hard as to have your own business. It's even harder because more your skill on this industry, they're harder on you. You need to be on time. You need to show me this. You need to go to like 5 different practice. You need to go to the scouting and smile and be perfect when they checking the lights. And don't be mean, but don't be too flirty. Wow.
People have no idea unless you've been in it. It's not as glamorous as everybody thinks. It's a lot of
100%.
It's a lot.
And that also helped me. It teach me a lot. That's things that I teach now in my mentoring, and how important it is to take care of the connections and people that you know, because I get to understand, because in different careers, or the careers that I had the opportunity to work in before, is your resume, whether you study how many hours, that's it. But in this industry is that plus, okay, I work with Shea, I work with Miami Swing Week, I work with this. Okay, that's number one. And then they also know that people's CEO, manager, creator names, and they call them, hey, what do you think about this model? What do you think about her? Is she responsible? Is she worth it to work with? It's okay. And one bad referral can affect a whole project.
It's a small world, believe me. everybody knows each other, so your
Yes.
reputation is everything. So
Exactly. It's everything. It's everything. I learned that on being a actress or extra.
and then you
A
were in
lot.
pageantry, because I even when I was at the swim week, like, and I'm sure
Uh-huh.
you look at people how they walk, and you know
Yes.
who's a model and who's a pageant girl by how.
100%. You can see the difference. Yes.
So, but what was the one thing that you really loved about the pageantry that you would say
I mean,
that has helped you with
again,
everything in your career now?
honestly, I feel like it helped me again with exposure. Exposure, yes, because I did pageants in my country with a different purpose, like just as a hobby,
Okay.
and I didn't have the necessity to get to know. But right here, I was taking my career in the serious way, and after I compete, it helped me. It was like a stair.
Yeah.
I was in stair number second, and after I compete, I didn't win, but but it took me like three different levels.
Hmm.
It was like a equal to have a degree.
Yeah.
All the time that I invest, all the money that I invest, all my energy, it was worth it because after that, I met different people. I have a background or title. Oh, I compete in this pageant. Honestly, I recommend the pageantry more than to win the crown, which is will be the ultimate goal.
Yeah.
To what do you get from it? The connections, people that you know, and honestly, compete next to beautiful women. It also help you.
Yeah. No, it's
You
life
see.
changing. It's life changing.
Yes, you being in that industry,
Yeah, ever
yes.
since I did Miss Pennsylvania USA, well, I met you before I did that, but
Hmm.
I after I did that, I mean, it I didn't win, like, but at the end of the time, at the end of the day, you're searching, you get something bigger. You know what I mean? That
Yes,
that crown, that wasn't it. That wasn't all that. There's something bigger beyond that.
and
But
who you become after? I mean, you went to a national. Who you become after that? Like the amount of challenge that you have to put yourself through it, like hours at the gym, hours with your coach, hours walking. Like you become different person after that.
you get respect. You get respect when when they know you competed for state level or USA or whatever. You get a lot of respect, and
Yes.
that impacts the rest of your life. But
Hmm.
definitely one of the best things I've ever done. And I
I
met you
love
there,
it.
so that was great.
Likewise, yeah, likewise, likewise. Hmm.
Now, what would you say would be your dream project? I want to leave it as that.
My dream project will be my next book.
Okay.
My next book. Yeah, yeah.
Are you going to make a
One
musical?
of my biggest dream is being a bestseller. That is one of my biggest dream because I love to read. So I was like, I want to be a writer since I'm so young. I love to read, and when I was studying so hard, I just got a book and I literally travel of my reality to that book. If it was good or bad, my reality is you just live to somebody else's eyes and somebody else's imagination.
Mhm.
So I love how somebody else writing can impact your life, teach you things. So I'm passionate about that, and that will be something that if you ask me what's your biggest dream, is be a bestseller. Because publishing a book is like a get out song out there. It's a lot of hard work,
Yeah.
but if only five people read it, like there is no impact. Or only five people listen, there is no impact. But if you get to be international or worldwide, your story and wherever you have in your heart and in your mind is gonna go into somebody else like everywhere in the world. So that will be my biggest
So
dream.
you want to have like a book tour, go to each
Exactly.
city.
Yes,
You
100%.
got to
Yeah,
come out
yeah.
to Miami.
And exactly, imagine it sounds like a girly thing, but imagine travel doing what you love.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to Los Angeles to show my book. I travel, I enjoy, I work obviously, but I also do something that I love. That will be my biggest dream.
You are a powerhouse. You are very inspiring, and honestly, like, there's not a lot of women that I'm like, wow, I really. I mean, there's a lot of women out there doing things, but you stood out to me when I met you, and I've been following you ever since, and
I can say the same thing about you. Thank you, thank you.
and I
And before you continue, that's one of the things that if anybody leave this interview with something is never stop,
yeah
because when I saw you, we met 3 4 years ago,
yeah
and then you were getting ready for the pageant, and oh, she's about to, when they introduced you, know, she's a beauty queen. I was like, oh, okay. And then after that, you're like, okay, now I'm gonna be interviewer, I'm gonna be host, I'm gonna have my own channel. You always have a different project, which I admire. There is a lot of people out there, they just do one thing and okay, I'm gonna sleep for the rest of my life.
no, but when I was at that Miss Teen Universe,
What? Like, why? Like, you have so much potential. Why are you putting yourself at your house in the living
but
room? Like,
I didn't really have a whole lot of like interviewing experience, and they were like, all right, go in there. I'm like,
just go.
I was just like,
You see, that's and you try,
and I was
and
watching you,
you're
I was
amazing
watching
at
you
it.
do it. I was like, all right, if I'm gonna be like her, you know, because
I thank you.
you're
That's amazing to
very
hear.
like confident, cool, but then also very down to earth. Like that's another thing. People like you're approachable, you're friendly. You know, you have a good heart. I don't know you a whole lot, but from the outside, just being in those moments, like you just seem like such an amazing woman, and I wish you the best with everything you're doing. Where can everybody find you to be up to date on everything that you're doing?
First, thank you. Thank you. That's amazing. Made me feel so happy. And they can find me on any social media as Andry Del Mar, AndryDelmar. And in YouTube, on TikTok, and Instagram. And I have my link tree if you can see my mentoring, my life. And my book is on Amazon.
Awesome.
Same, Andry Del Mar. Mhm.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It's an honor
Thank
having you
you.
on my show. I hope to see you again. And can't wait to see everything you're posting on social media and all your events. Definitely, whenever you have your next event, please let me know. I'd love to be there. And
We would love to have you. I'll invite you to Atlanta. That way we can see a little bit about you.
so cool.
Thank you so much.
You're awesome, and it's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Thanks.